Coming to you live from Southern California, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, this team is really playing good ball as of late. We'll see if they can keep it going here.
Riding an impressive win streak, Boog. This team is clutch right now. Doing it in different ways, too. Tough test today, though.
First pitch coming your way next. And starting in this one, Darvish. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Just about ready to roll. Alejandro Kirk now at the plate. And we're underway from San Diego. In the air, right field. And he can't make the play. Around second now, going for three.
Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. It's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Runner at third, nobody out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's George Springer.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Right through there for a strike.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Strike 2.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
0-2 now. Line drive, base hit. Vladdy coming around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
First and second, no outs. And now it's Daulton Varsho.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
They take the force out there to beat him by an eyelash. And next for Toronto, Schneider, 9th in the American League in batting average.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box. In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. In worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out. Now there's a bullet down the line, and it stays fair. 1 run across, headed for the plate. The relay, and he's out.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clements. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And that's the 3rd out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3. The Padres coming to bat. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. We go to the bottom of the 1st. And the starter for Toronto, Dylan Cease. He's been one of the best starters of the AL this year, Singy.
Believe it, a Cy Young candidate in the American League, having a great season so far, but he knows he's got more work to do. I've heard his name floating out there as a candidate, but I think he's just going to focus on this one today and try to get a win for his team.
Stepping in, Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Strike 2.
Sinker.
Cease, a righty that throws with power. Getting his 20th start of the year. He joined the team as a free agent. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Slider. Middle inside.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. 1 away. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Slider. Middle outside.
Line and a base hit into right. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Popped up. Schneider has a beat on it. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Outside.
Oh, 0-2 now. Smoked on the ground, a second. Fires over to Guerrero. That's out number 3. 1 left for San Diego. They trail it here 3-0. Back in the ballpark. Well, this team came in on a win streak, and they're trending towards extending it another game.
Yeah, Boog, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. And when you're in a stretch like this, everything feels a little easier, a little lighter, and they're showing no signs of slowing down.
Ball.
The 1-0. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Three and two. Payoff pitch. In the air, left field. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Andres.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wastes no time there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. That one ripped. The relay throw. The tag out.
He's out.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You can't try to score from first base with less than 2 outs unless you can pretty much walk across the ditch. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Foul ball there. Man at second. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. What a stop to first. Nicely done for the out. One left for Toronto, but they lead at 3-0. Back here at Petco Park, here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Sinker. Low outside.
Castellanos.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
High inside.
And he swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Slider. Middle outside.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Will Wagner, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside. Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And
that's
foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Late on that fastball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Low outside.
Two now. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Two out, space is empty. Next for the Padres, Ty France.
Here, what?
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off.
Slider. Low middle. Slider. Low middle.
Here's the 0-2. Slider misses outside.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the second. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
This one in the air, center field. Merrill takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Singled and drove in a run his first time through.
That's a ball.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, a former teammate.
Pitch misses.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
It's 2-1. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He decides to hold on to it, and he's on at first.
Up next for the Blue Jays, The center fielder.
So man aboard. So up next for Toronto, Daulton Varsho. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the second baseman, Davis.
Here's the second baseman, Davis Schneider.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes Springer around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 4-zip.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Flied to left his first time. And that one fouled off. Two on, 1 out.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Breaks his bat, pops
Infield
it up.
fly rule in effect.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder, number 25, Anthony Santander.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Anthony Santander at the plate. In there at the knees for a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. Caught just shy of the wall. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Louis Campusano.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Swing and a foul straight back.
Slider. Low outside.
Ball.
Slider. Low outside. Slider. Low outside.
The 1-2.
That's a ball.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
And a breaking
That's a
ball
ball.
misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target.
Four-seam
If you
fastball.
aim at the outside
Low
corner, that
outside.
slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Bryce Johnson,
Sinker.
the next up for the
Low
Padres.
Middle. Sinker. Low middle.
That's in there.
Ha!
It's 0-1.
Knuckle curve. Low middle.
Way out front for strike 2.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Sinker. Middle outside. Sinker. Middle outside.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate, but with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up.
That's low. That's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sinker. Low outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knuckle curve. Low inside.
Two down. And that
Ball.
skips into dirt. Jackson Merrill into San Diego on deck circle.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside. Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're down 4-0.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Padres,
back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, David Morgan. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Andres Jimenez picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Ball. That's outside.
And it's fouled away. Morgan, a 6-foot righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a sinker, and he works in a slider. That one missing inside. Next offering is fouled back. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-two. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Fights it off. You'll see another. That missed by a lot. And the count's full.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
1 out man at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the first. And a foul ball. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw saved. That's a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Man at second. Laser. Base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He will score. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. This one ripped, but foul to the right. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Out towards right center field. Merrill on his way over. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
The bat, number 4, designated hitter.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. David Morgan done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Yuki Matsui.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And the batter is George Springer. Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. We're midway in the 4th. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back here at Petco Park, Jackson Merrill steps in, top 5 in WAR, basically worth more than a couple of bottom feeder teams. Unreal singing.
Yeah, he's not just valuable, Blue. He's practically carrying the franchise in a backpack.
If you replaced him, you'd need 3 players, a lucky rabbit's foot, and a small miracle.
And even then, you're probably still trailing in the 7th.
Here's a high chopper. Schneider in plenty of time to first, and one gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Xander. Bogaerts.
Here comes X to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
Four-seam fastball.
Bogaerts,
High inside.
who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. Going Warren.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Ball 1 to Bogaerts. The Jays leading by 5.
Outside.
We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Low middle.
No, that's down. Ball.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
Just
that
misses
missed. That's
the
a
mark
ball.
outside the zone.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Three-two now. Struck him out looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Andujar at the plate now, and that's strike 1.
Fastball. High inside.
Swings through that high fastball.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
2 down, nobody on. Outside with a breaking ball.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside. Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
The 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Slider. Low outside.
The 2-2 on the way. Grounds 1 to short. Jimenez. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. It's 5-0. Back here in San Diego, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about.
Cronenworth over to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. First pitch just misses. Ground ball left side. On to Cronenworth. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Padres nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Number 21,
Four-seam fastball.
Nick
High inside.
Castellanos.
You know, these Padres, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
No, that's low. Ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Here's a 2-0.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
The 2-1. And there's a ball.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Fastball. High middle.
That one misses.
Ball four. Take your base.
Leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Wagner batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
This to third. To second, there's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Padres nothing. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Griffin Canning gets the call from the pen. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the left fielder, Anthony Santander. That one blasted deep to right. Going back. And caught on the warning track.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. He's 2 for 2. And that one ripped into right. Castellanos takes it in for the out. 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Ron Marinaccio getting loose out there. Line to left. And that is that. Blue Jays go down in order as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Back here at Petco Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Luis Campusano getting ready to hit.
Sinker. Low middle.
Ball.
Sinker. Low middle.
To the right side. And that one handled. Throws to first. A great play deep in the hole.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
At the plate, Bryce Johnson struck out looking at his first at bat. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. The Blue Jays leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a grounder foul first base side.
Slider. Low middle. Slider. Low middle.
The 0-2. And that skips into dirt.
Slider. Low inside. Slider. Low inside.
The 1-2. Swing and a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
The batter, number 9.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Back to the top of the order, Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres.
Low middle.
Chop to third. Off balance feed. There's one. On
No,
to first.
he's in there.
So they get one, but a really nice try there.
The center fielder, number 3.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Yeah, that's
Ball.
a little bit high.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
In the air to left center. Varsho turns to the right on the move. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back here in San Diego, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now, top 5 at OPS and climbing. It's been a loud season for him.
Yeah, he's walking, slugging, and raking. A total threat for this lineup. You can count on competitive at-bats every time.
Not many guys in this league can beat you in this many ways, Singy.
Yeah, he's making pitchers work every pitch of every at-bat. Really good rhythm and discipline in the box.
That one catches the zone. That's strike 2. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And a good start to the inning.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the right fielder, Addison.
Now it's the right fielder, Addison Barger. 1 for 3. Pitch misses.
That missed. That's a
ball
ball.
1.
Ball.
Canning in his 8th season, 29 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season.
Hey.
That misses. Ball 3. Popped in the air, left field, and there's one down.
The batter, number 4, designated hitter, George Springer.
1 out man at first. George Springer, the next to hit.
That's a ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that
Nope,
misses.
ball.
And now 3-0. So a
Ball
walk
four.
puts
Take your
runners
base.
at first and second.
He did
Up
not
next for the Blue
take the
Jays,
bat off
the
his
center
shoulder
fielder,
the
number
entire
5,
at bat.
Daulton
And now the center fielder, Daulton Varsho. Foul ball there. That's ripped into the outfield. And it's into the gap. Vladdy coming around third. 1 run scores. Here comes another. That gets by him. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Runner at third with 1 gone. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Hee-haw!
Deal 1. Lined, and that's a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 8-0.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the third
Here
baseman,
comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Griffin Cannon out of the game. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Out of the
Padres,
bullpen for the Padres, Ron
97,
Marinaccio.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man at first, and next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Out towards right center field. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Jays up big in this one here, the top half of inning number 7. Hard grounder into the outfield for a nod. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So digging in, Andres Jimenez.
Hoo-yah!
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle to second.
Oh.
There's Bogaerts. That's the inning. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Bogaerts.
Slider. Middle inside. Slider. Middle inside.
his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Slider. Middle inside.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Up next for the Padres.
Next is the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar. He's grounded out a couple of times.
High outside.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in
fastball.
at bats. He's
Low
thrown strikes on the
outside.
first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, the right fielder, number 21.
Nick Castellanos, the next up for the Padres. He is struck out and he is
Low
walked.
outside.
Hike one.
Slider. Low middle.
Comes up empty.
And it really looks like
Sweeper.
these hitters have been
Low
in
outside.
between with their timing
Sweeper.
today. Good
Low
fastball,
outside.
excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's a ball.
Sinker. Middle inside.
And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Padres.
Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield.
Here's the third baseman, Will Wagner, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Oh, 1 down. Cracks his bat and pops him up. And that ends the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Padres,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jason Adam.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Back to the top of the order now. Digging in, Alejandro Kirk.
Kirk.
Right through
Hey-ya.
there for a strike. Here's your 1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That's a ball.
Kirk aboard here at first with nobody out. Bullpen action for the Padres. Jeremiah Estrada, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Just
Ball,
missed.
outside.
Ground ball could be 2. On to Bogaerts. Relay to first.
He's out of there.
Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Swing and a foul out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Ball 1
That's
low.
the ball down.
Hammered, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
George Springer will hit next.
Hey,
The 0-2.
ball.
Ground ball right
That ball's
side.
foul.
And that's a foul ball. The 1-2.
Ball.
On the ground right side. Whips it to first. That takes care of Springer. Third out, and that ends the frame. Blue Jays held in check as the lead holds at 8-0. Back here at Petco Park. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count.
Slider.
Looks like he wants
Middle
the ball
outside.
down in his zone.
Slider. Middle outside.
And now the 0-1. That one found hard the other way.
Sinker. Low inside.
Nope, ball.
Sinker. Low middle. Sinker. Low middle.
One and two here. On the ground to third. Oh, nice play. And they get the out.
This defense came to play tonight. We're seeing some awesome pitching, but a huge part of this shutout so far has been the defense making great plays like that behind their pitcher. They feed off of one another, make great pitches, make great plays defensively.
Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano.
High inside.
Hut!
Slider. Low outside.
Oh, 1 now. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Outside.
That's
Ball
off
up.
the mark. Ball 1.
Slider.
The Blue Jays
Middle
up big in
outside.
this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any
Four-seam
damage.
fastball. Middle inside.
Johnson in the box again. Takes a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Left field. And
Foul
that
ball.
is a
Four-seam
foul
fastball.
ball.
Low inside.
Two down, nobody on.
Too
No,
close for me,
ball.
partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go
Four-seam
by. He's
fastball.
still in the
Low
at-bat.
outside.
I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cease with the strikeout. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada.
Now pitching for the
We're
Padres,
back. It's the top of the 9th,
number
and there's a new
56,
pitcher on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada. He last pitched 2 days ago. Daulton Varsho digs in now.
The center fielder, number 5, Daulton Varsho.
On the ground, right side. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Man at first, nobody out. Now, Davis Schneider. Hit on the ground
Foul
to the right
ball.
side. And it goes just foul. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That one
Ball.
way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Varsho gets his lead at first with nobody out. Just
No,
misses
that missed.
with
That's a
one.
ball.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Base knock center field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman,
Ernie Clemens next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there. Estrada, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Bounced up the middle. Oh, a great flip. There's one
Hey,
to
he beat the
first,
throw.
not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Next to hit, Anthony Santander. Oh, great stop. Save!
No,
And they
beat
add
him.
to their lead as the run scores from third.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the 9th. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Two on, 1 out.
And that's
that's
awfully
low.
close.
That's a
I don't know
ball.
how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the air to left center. Merrill, long run. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Head first slide, safe at the plate. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. So 2 down. Down the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Out towards right center field. Base hit into the outfield. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow. So 2 on with 2 away. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
And the 1-0. Line drive. And that is that. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. Bottom of the ninth. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Jake Cronenworth.
Four-seam fastball.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, like the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Hee-haw!
You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Slider. Middle inside. Sinker. Low outside.
Good job to fight that one off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Ball. That's up.
Knuckle curve. Low inside.
Two now. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Merrill batting with one down, takes a strike.
Low inside.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Slider. Middle inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Inside. Ball.
Slider.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Slider. Low outside.
And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. And here comes Xander Bogaerts.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Dylan Cease departs. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for
Eric
Toronto,
Lauer on the pitch out of the pen
56,
here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Cutter. Low inside.
Out towards left center. Base hit! Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Up next for the Padres.
So digging in now for San Diego, Miguel Andujar. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Cutter. inside.
The 0-1. High fly ball right field. Barger under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. The tag, and that's the ball game.
Well, exciting finish, but also a questionable decision to send the runner. That run isn't a decider, tying the game or putting your team ahead. So scratching my head a little bit as to why they sent it, but ultimately a great play, and this is what you come to the ballpark for each and every game.
11-0 your final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.